Have you ever looked at a common object and wondered why it's designed the way it is? Today, we uncover the hidden secrets of everyday items. From the mysterious little holes in our gadgets to the curious designs on our gear, each element has a story, often rooted in practicality, history, or sheer ingenuity. These items surround us daily, yet their secrets are seldom pondered. Prepare to be amazed as we dive into the unknown territories of the mundane. Starting with your smartphone, have you noticed the tiny hole next to the camera? That's no ordinary speck. It's a microphone designed to capture your voice or any other sounds while you use the rear camera. This clever placement ensures that your audio is as sharp and clear as the video you're recording. This is just one of the many thoughtful designs hidden in plain sight on our devices. Now, let's shift gears to another everyday symbol that hides a rich backstory: the USB logo. Far from being just a random design, the USB logo is actually inspired by the Trident of Poseidon, the mythological Greek god of the sea. The trident represents power and authority, qualities that the creators of the USB technology aspired to embody in this universal port. The three prongs symbolize the plug's versatility, capable of interfacing with various devices, thus bringing a powerful functionality to our digital lives. Who knew our daily gadgets held such fascinating stories? Ever spotted those peculiar patches on backpacks? These aren't just for show. They're called lash tabs or pig snouts. Originally, these quirky patches had a very practical purpose. In the early 20th century, outdoor enthusiasts used lash tabs to attach additional gear like ropes or ice axes to their packs. This feature, a nod to vintage Alpine equipment, allowed adventurers to carry more without compromising the integrity of the backpack's main compartment. This brings us to another fascinating topic: the monkey method of peeling bananas. Forget what you know about peeling from the stem. The monkey method employed by our primate cousins involves pinching the bottom end of the banana. This technique not only prevents squishing the fruit, but also tackles those pesky strands known as phloem bundles more efficiently. It turns out monkeys might just be onto something with their no fuss, no muss approach to banana peeling. Next time you pack or snack, you'll see these items a bit differently. Let's talk about origins, starting with something as simple as a croissant. Despite its strong association with French cafes and Parisian mornings, the croissant actually hails from Vienna, Austria. Originally called Kipferl, these pastries were created in the 17th century to celebrate the defeat of the Ottoman siege of the city. The shape, said to mimic the crescent on the Ottoman flags, was a form of culinary victory. Switching gears to a more modern necessity, toilet paper. While this everyday item might seem humble, its production has a significant environmental footprint. Historically, toilet paper was first marketed in the United States in 1857. But today, the manufacturing process for this daily essential results in the cutting down of nearly 30,000 trees daily. This staggering number highlights the urgent need for more sustainable alternatives in our day-to-day consumption. It's a small world with even smaller beginnings. History is filled with mysteries and quirks. Take, for instance, the curious case of the fire hydrant. Who invented this essential piece of firefighting equipment? Well, it remains a mystery. The original patent records were destroyed in a fire, which is rather ironic, don't you think? This twist of fate leaves us speculating about who we should thank for this life-saving invention. Switching gears to something a bit lighter, let's talk about Barbie. Yes, that Barbie. Did you know she has a full name? It's Barbara Millicent Roberts. Barbie hails from the quaint, fictional town of Willows, Wisconsin. Created in 1959, she has since become a global icon, influencing generations. Her full backstory adds a layer of depth to this beloved doll, making her more than just a figure. She's a character with a story. From the practical to the playful, history's quirks illuminate the creativity and unpredictability of human invention. History can be as quirky as it is vast. Ever wondered why movie previews are called trailers if they play before the film? The term trailer might seem a bit misplaced today, but it harks back to an era when these previews had a different spot in the cinematic lineup. Originally, trailers were exactly what their name suggests. They trailed behind the feature film. Picture this. The year is the early 20th century, and moviegoers have just enjoyed a feature film. As they prepare to leave, a series of enticing previews for upcoming films rolls, aimed at enticing viewers to return to the theater. These post-show snippets were the last taste of cinema magic before the audience departed, hence the name trailers. However, as the film industry evolved, so did the placement of these previews. Theater owners discovered that audiences were more likely to watch these sneak peeks if they were shown before the main feature, not after when people were already heading for the exits. Despite this shift, the original term stuck around. Turns out not all names adapt with time. Sneakers are designed to be quiet, but do you know why they're called sneakers? This term, now synonymous with casual and sports footwear, has a surprisingly stealthy history. The name sneaker was first coined in the late 19th century. It emerged from the advent of shoes with rubber soles which, unlike their noisy, hard-soled predecessors, allowed the wearer to walk without making a sound. The story goes that these rubber-soled shoes provided such a quiet step that one could literally sneak up on someone else without being heard. Hence, the term sneaker became popular as a way to describe these soft, silent shoes. It was a revolutionary development in footwear, transforming not just how we play sports, but also how we move around silently in everyday life. The rubber soles, initially just plimsolls, evolved into more sophisticated designs, allowing for better performance and greater comfort. Yet the core idea remained the same: silent movement. Walking quietly was quite the fashion statement. Looking out of an airplane window, have you noticed they're always rounded? It's not just for aesthetic appeal. There's a solid engineering principle behind it. Let's delve into why airplane windows are never square. The story begins back in the early days of commercial aviation. Aircraft initially had square windows, but engineers soon faced a serious issue: stress fractures. The corners of square windows are natural weak points where stress concentrates, and this stress can cause the material around the window to crack and fail. During flight, airplanes experience significant changes in air pressure and temperature. Rounded windows distribute the stress caused by these changes evenly across the surface, minimizing the risk of cracks. This design was crucial in making flying safer and became standard after the tragic incidents involving de Havilland comet jets in the 1950s, where square windows led to structural failures. So next time you gaze out of a plane window, remember, those curves are there to protect you. Safety comes in curves, not just straight lines. Typing away, have you ever paused to think why keyboards are arranged as QWERTY? This peculiar arrangement of letters, which might seem random at first, actually has a rich backstory tied to the mechanics of early typewriters. In the late 19th century, as typewriters began to populate offices and homes, a problem emerged. The mechanical arms of the typewriters would frequently jam when adjacent keys were pressed in quick succession. To solve this, Christopher Latham Scholes, the inventor credited with designing the first practical typewriter, came up with the QWERTY layout. His objective was straightforward, yet ingenious. Rearrange the keys to reduce the likelihood of jamming by spacing out commonly used letter pairings. This allowed typists to increase their typing speed without the constant hiccup of mechanical jams. Over the years, despite the advent of digital keyboards which do not require such considerations, the QWERTY layout has persisted, a testament to its deeply ingrained place in our typing habits. Efficiency sometimes starts with a bit of chaos. So, we've journeyed through the peculiar, the practical, and the purely historical today. From the hidden microphone on your iPhone to the adventurous origins of lash tabs on backpacks, we uncovered the multifunctional secret of that tiny hole in padlocks and the mighty symbolism behind the USB logo. Not to mention the unexpected birthplaces of croissants and the enigmatic history of the QWERTY keyboard. Remember, curiosity only adds to the adventure of life. If you love these snippets of knowledge, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more from Eskimos. Keep questioning, keep learning.